Breaking right now out of Gaza. We knew this was coming and the time has come. The two largest Gaza hospitals are shut down. Al Jazeera is reporting right now snipers are firing at anyone near the two largest hospitals, and that's trapping people inside. It is all hands on deck here. Northbound 41 just shut down. That cross street is College. Summerlin, that's an easy way around. There also were a lot of likenesses drawn to how Florida and Iowa maybe handled the COVID situation. Breaking now at noon, the Cape Coral Police Department is holding a press conference about Barry Smallback, a man who's been missing now for more than 2 weeks. We are told it's probably going to start around 12:05. Keep food safe by leaving the refrigerator and freezer doors closed as quickly as possible. Now, this comes after county commissioners did go ahead and waive toll fees on the Sanibel Causeway. That was all an attempt to revive businesses on the island. Very tough situation. We actually took that soundbite right after the war started on this very show. I mean, your little girl is just 8 years old, but you know, at least there's some hope. Good morning, Monday in Southwest Florida. We actually have something that's pretty rare. We actually have some slightly cooler temperatures, so you might want to pack that jean jacket. I'm Belinda Post.
And I'm Taylor Petras. Yeah, there's that cold front that made its way through our area this morning, heading out of Collier County right now. Let's go to Weather Authority meteorologist Nash Rhodes. Nash, a little cooler. We'll take whatever we can get.
Today, the push to help those in need kicks off as we head into the holidays.
Yeah, we're talking about St. Matthew's House annual 19th annual turkey drop. In fact, so many people come together to make this happen, with volunteers packaging thousands of turkeys that will be given out to our community. Wing News reporter Tiffany Rizzo live. The glaring question is, can this really help the major delays in buses picking up and dropping children off?
We'll have to see. The district is short dozens of drivers, changing the zones and sending kids to schools closer to their homes. The idea is this can reduce the number of bus routes and less drivers would be needed. But the plan also reduces options for parents and where they can send their child to school. Meanwhile, Governor Ron DeSantis is focusing on Iowa. This is video of the presidential candidate on a stop in Iowa over the weekend. He met with people on Veterans Day outside of a bank. This is part of a Never Back Down bus tour. This comes after picking up a big endorsement from Iowa's Governor Kim Reynolds last week. The Republican nomination process accelerates in January with the Iowa caucuses. The off-duty Alaska Airlines pilot who said he was on psychedelic mushrooms and accused of trying to shut down a plane engine thought he was dreaming. Joseph Emerson told the New York Times he had been dealing with persistent depression since the death of his friend. Emerson admitted he feared he could be grounded because of depression and never intended to hurt anyone in the October 22nd flight. Now he's charged with 83 counts of attempted murder. Emerson's arraignment is set for November 30th. There's a new pickleball champ, Anna Lee Waters. She took the pickleball world by storm this weekend in Dallas. On Sunday, with roughly 10,000 people in attendance, the 16-year-old phenom captured her record 20th Triple Crown. That means winning singles, doubles, and mixed doubles, and defended all 3 national titles to cap off the largest event in pickleball history.
Wing News anchor Belinda Post was there for the finale of the journey.
Chris and Lois, it's probably the ultimate male bonding trip. Hitting the open road on 2 wheels, visiting MLB ballparks across the country. But for Ron Dixon, it's more than that. It's about teaching his 13-year-old grandson, Nick, how to become a man, especially when life throws you a curveball.
If you don't have family, you have nothing.
More than 20,000 miles. Chasing fly balls around the country.
From Dodger Stadium, they hit a home run ball.
Thousands of innings, home runs, and Cracker Jacks.
Kettle corn. We got a bag of those at some of them.
Broken down over 2 summers.
So every stadium, you can get a stamp.
Now, Ron and Nick are home. They filled the baseball passport book with stamps, checking off every MLB stadium, wearing matching t-shirts.
Riding around the country with your grandson, going to baseball games almost every night or every afternoon.
Also visiting the Baseball Hall of Fame and the Negro League Baseball Museum in Kansas City, sometimes riding 12 hours a day on their month-long journey.
Seeing his face and how much he enjoyed it, you can't just come up with that. It's awesome.
Ron is a retired Marine who's been riding since the 70s. He plans a bike trip with each grandchild to teach them wisdom, discipline, and safety.
I will not let these boys ride without a helmet.
Along with integrity.
If you build it, they'll come.
That means doing what you say and putting family first, which he also taught Nick's mom.
Ever since I was a baby, I would ride with Dad on the motorcycle. I mean, I would literally fall asleep on the gas tank.
No matter what life throws, they'll be on this ride together.
Everybody says they've got the best parents, they've got the best kids, but like, I do.
And when I met the family, I could immediately feel how close they were and that house was built on love. Now, Nick's brothers, DJ, he was there too. He and Grandpa went on a similar trip a few years back. Nick says he will always remember that special time with his grandpa and checking off that last stadium. Over to you. When you step into a UFC octagon, you are in it to win it. You are here for the glory. But today, 19-year UFC veteran Clay Guida and the UFC, they're fighting for something more. They're fighting for Florida.
We're fighting for our community. We're fighting for Fort Myers Beach, Lee County, Cape Coral, where my family lives.
When Hurricane Ian slammed ashore with 150-mile-an-hour winds and 15 feet of storm surge, UFC fighter Clay Guida's first thought was,
are my parents okay? Are my friends okay?
They all survived, but 144 people in Florida did not. Their pain got to Clay.
And unfortunately, I lost my husband in this storm.
And I feel so terrible for these people that didn't make it, or they don't have a home.
Clay was training for a fight when Hurricane Ian changed the landscape of Southwest Florida forever.
Safety first. Obviously, things can be repaired, houses, belongings.
Nearly $100 billion in damages and more than 5,000 homes destroyed in Lee County.
Once I heard my parents' voice, and I knew everything was going to be all right.
The built-to-last fighter, aptly nicknamed the Carpenter, immediately knew he had to do something. So he braced for the toughest fight of his life: how to help people rebuild their homes, their lives.
The UFC and Vayner Sports has really helped out and teamed up with the Gills and Thrills of Guida and the Wrestling is Life Foundation to come up with this fight for Florida.
So now Clay and UFC are raising money with these Clay Guida shirts. UFC is also pushing fans worldwide to donate what they can to the Red Cross.
The red, white, and blue fight for Florida. We had to have the state flag here marked, where Hurricane Ian ripped through.
Now you can buy a shirt and rock one of these, or you can donate directly. All that money goes to the families hit the hardest in Southwest Florida. Belinda Post, Wink News.